we're nurses. And by night, we're Hoop Spirit. And this is Newcastle, PA.
Newcastle, Pennsylvania lies about 50 miles north of Pittsburgh. At one time a booming town with its own amusement park, it thrived and bustled with the tin and railroad industries. Now Newcastle faces economic depression, a downtown filled with empty storefronts and multiple social problems. However, we are surrounded by pristine beauty, including McConnell's Mills, Moraine State Park, and the North Country Trail, all enjoyed for hiking and boating and relaxing, and there is also a large Amish community surrounding the region. And although we do face these economic and social problems, there is now an attempt to restore and beautify Newcastle to the light and luster and love that it once had, and that's what we intend to bring with Hoop Spirit.
So Rachel and I have been friends for probably going on about 10 years now. We met at a place called the Practice Hall in Newcastle, and it was sort of like a melting pot for musicians and artists to come together and hang out, talk, have a good time, and just share creative ideas. And from there we started doing yoga together, and we both went to nursing school, and so we bonded over that. And I went to a rainbow gathering a couple years back and started hoop dancing and came back and shared it with Rachel, and she loved it as much as I did, so we've been hooping partners ever since.
So a little bit about ourselves. I'd like to start with saying that when I'm not working, I'm spending time with my family, my husband Ryan and my son Bodie, who will be 3 next month. And when I'm not playing and having fun with them or cooking vegetarian meals for them, I am doing yoga and hiking and hooping, which to me is all part of my spiritual path and my spiritual journey, and I'd love it if we could be included in this amazing hoop race.
I grew up in a farming community in the country, so I've always really liked to be outside. I like to keep pretty active and enjoy going on adventures. I hike a lot with my dog Gunner and go to Pittsburgh for concerts and for different festivals, different outdoor festivals. One of my major passions is whitewater kayaking, so I travel around a lot doing that. And one thing I noticed is that in the springtime when I go to get back in my boat, I was a little bit snugger in the hips than I was in the fall when I'd hang up my gear. So I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and hula hooping so that come spring I still fit back in my boat. This May I broke my foot in a couple of different spots 2 days before my first Jiu-Jitsu tournament, and that was a major bummer for me because I couldn't hike, I couldn't kayak, I couldn't do Jiu-Jitsu anymore, but one thing I could do was hula hoop. So Rachel would come out my house and we'd go out in the yard and I'd get on my knees and we would start hula hooping, and that gave us time to start working on making our own hula hoops and really focus on Hoop Spirit, which is our hoop troupe that we are trying to build a hooping community here in Newcastle to try to bring a healthy, wholesome family activity to this town.